Hello everyone and welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today is quite an interesting day. We do have some new Rush Duel news for Duel Links, which is all very well and good. We also are doing a bit of a collab later with Hylister, which we are very much looking forward to. We'll be playing some Rush Duels, which is basically what we always do around here, right? I mean, we do speed occasionally, but you know, we're rushers here. But first thing we want to do, I guess, is jump in and talk about some of this news that we have got. As soon as, there we go. That being that we have a couple of new Rush Duel cards confirmed to be coming to Duel Links. The first being Rage of the Beasts, which is an interesting one. Rage of the Beasts is a spell trap hate, which is, the reason that's interesting is because we don't have any type specific spell trap hate at the moment. So this will be our first, and it's the Beast Warrior one. Now, we do know that we have Beast Gears coming up, which is also going to be hopefully good. It really depends. I'm not really expecting Beast Gear to be very good, unfortunately, but maybe. And having a spell trap hate is always going to be a benefit, because right now you have to play something like Hammer Crush, which has a discard cost, or you have to play Ghost Cyclone, which can be a little bit clunky to use. So having that is pretty good, and also it does work with beasts, which means I guess it kind of works in Bender Break. But yeah, Bender Break's kind of sucky. But what you can do is play the Beast engine and then be able to use Rage of the Beast as well. So it's an interesting one. The other thing we have here is the Eternal Schoolgirl Mimi and Mimi, which we will be getting Shining City Knights and the new SR card, Fashion of Faith. Now, this is very interesting, primarily because basically, we jump over here, we can see that Shining City Knights buffs light monsters, which is a bit scary because that means that also boosts Dragius, and it will also boost everyone's favorite, the Royal Rebels, which I guess right now is just heavy metal. So that's not the end of the world, but still having a 2700 attack heavy metal is pretty good. Just being able to have 2700 attack monsters during your opponent's turn might end up being like super relevant. We'll have to see what actually happens there. And then Fashion of Faith is a really good support monster, right? Having this card is pretty... So if we had the rest of the support, this would be crazy good, because if we had multiple boss monsters we could use Fashion of Faith with, it's gaining 400 attack is decent, and drawing a card is fantastic. But with only 3 copies of Dean Keto, it's going to be a little bit awkward. I don't know how often we're going to get this off, but this is a Go Rush support. This was basically released like 3 years into Rush's life, and we're getting it super early, which is very, very cool. Hello, Icy. How is it going, my friend? Icy is always a big supporter of the channel, and we'll be doing a disservice if we did not give my man a shout out. There we go. There's the Icy shout out. We've always got to give it to him. And hello, everyone else. I see Dragson in the chat. I see Quicks in the chat. But so saying this, we got 3 new Rush cards announced, and they are all pretty big. So Fashion of Faith is a really cool one, because the biggest problem that Aqua Aggro has had is that it now has a really... Well, it's kind of always had a bad matchup into Warriors. And the main reason it has a bad matchup into Warriors is Dragius and the Dean Keto struggle to get over 2500. Now, obviously, we have been seeing things like Speedy Performer come in and give an extra 400 buff, but Fashion of Faith is like an extra in-arc type way to do that, and it does kind of work with what the rest of the deck's trying to do anyway. As well as drawing a card, sometimes is like a Seahorse Carrier, right? Seahorse Carrier basically gives you an extra card, except you guarantee that monster's going to be a normal summonable tribute fodder card. When you draw a card, there's a chance it's a normal summonable tribute fodder card. So, yeah, you know, it is a good card. Like, effectively, if your Seahorse Carrier also had the ability to boost something by 400 attack, that'd be crazy really good. This just sounds like copium, though. I mean, you're not entirely wrong, FIFO. because a lot of what Fashion of Faith does is inconsistent, right? You have to have exactly Dean Keto, which means getting this off is going to be inconsistent at the best of times. If we had another light Aqua level 7 or higher, this card I think would actually be really, really strong. But overall, this will basically give Aqua Aggro a little bit of a boost. And Aqua Aggro is still a good deck, right? This will just give a couple of its matchups a little bit of an upgrade. The thing with Aqua Aggro is it was winning a big chunk of tournaments up until like very, very recently. And that's when we started seeing the Dragon aggro deck after the GRF kind of take over and become the new aggro variant. Rush needs a new box of cards every 3 months, in my opinion. What, just every 3 months? Nothing, no, just nothing in between those 3 months. Isn't there a new Dean Keto skill? Have I seen a Dean Keto skill? Oh, there was, wasn't there? In the... What does it say? It says, brand new skill, the shine never dies, and you ready to boogie, then let's tear up the dance floor. Oh, I know, that's just her quote. So the brand new skill is the shine never dies. Did we actually get that anywhere? Like, have we seen that leaked at all? Or is it just, we just know that it's something to do with it? I don't think I've seen it. I mean, we'll have a quick gander. No, it doesn't look like it. But the new skill, theoretically, is going to be something to do with summoning out, getting out the field spell. Yep, nothing in between, just enough to keep the format relevant for people who like it. Don't you think every 3 months, though, is a bit long? Like, I'm sure Speed would not be thriving very much if it only came out once every 3 months. I mean, once every 3 months is basically, like, the physical game, right? Well, except even in Rush, we get something pretty much every month and a half, like, physically. So, it's a weird one. Skill swaps her level up spells in hand for Dean Keto from deck. Swaps her level up spells in hand for Dean Keto from deck. So you get... Oh, is that the party plus... What's the other one called? One that sets the attack to 0. So you put one of those back in. And then grab out Dean Keto from the deck. I don't even know... Because most people I don't think are going to be on party. Skill can be used if the only effect monster for 1700 more attack in the deck are Aqua-type monsters. Requirement none. Effect return 1 party or triple threat thunder. Add Dean Keto, the Boogie Master from your deck check. So... Obviously, being able to guarantee you get Dean Keto is nice. Because that turns on your... Like... the new... girl. What's her name? I've already forgot what her name is. So her name was Lady of Pumps originally. But obviously that's now been updated and translated to Fashion of Faith. So, being able to get that effect off more often is, like, good. But that skill, in my opinion, is a bit... naff. I guess the plus side is you don't have to use it. You treat it like Legend Draw, right? Where you only activate it when it's going to be beneficial to you. And I suppose you can do it after you've drawn your entire hand as well. Because it's not the card you would draw this turn is a Dean Keto. You can look at your hand and go, alright, I need a Dean Keto here, I can now use this. So, maybe. I don't think people should be running party, but Triple Threat Thunder is definitely a really good card to use. New box every 3 months, 1 structure a month, and 7 card trader every month. Oh, and they need 3 new rank ticket cards every month. I mean, that's kind of... feels like similar to what we've actually got at the moment anyway. Like, it does feel a little bit like Rush does get starved a little bit. We've got, what, was it 6 weeks between the first box and the mini box? Yeah, it's definitely, definitely a weird one as to what we actually do here. Hello, by the way, Brad. Nope, not had all that currently. Well, what have we had? We've had a main box and a mini box, which were, I think they're about 6 weeks apart. Maybe a little bit longer. We've had a tiny amount of ranked rewards. We've had, what, a total of 5, 6 cards from that? We've had obviously cards from character events, and we've had one card from a lottery from an event and another card coming soon from a lottery from an event. So, you know, it's one of those things where I think people that play Rush all the time are going to feel like Rush gets nothing, right? Like, it just feels bad to have these large gaps of feeling like nothing's really changing. But people that play Rush kind of sparingly are probably like, oh, this is a pace I can keep up with. This is kind of fine. And obviously the other benefit of things coming out more spread out is that you have a better chance to save up your gems, which does make it a little bit easier on the old wallet, I guess. It's a weird one. It's definitely a weird one. But for now, why don't we hop in and play some Rush rather than just talking about it forever. Not that we don't love talking about Rush, but I am definitely looking forward to the new cards. I'm still a little bit worried. I guess worried isn't the right word. I'm still a little bit intrigued as to why we haven't seen Beast Gear World, the field spell, yet leaked, right? It just seems off that we haven't seen that yet. I still think Rush should have been gold for its currency, but greedy Konami. Gold is a weird one though, right? Like, unless we're not talking about like the gold that's already in Duel Links, because the gold that's in Duel Links, I think everyone has like billions of that at this point. Ugh, what do we do with this hand? I think I want to keep hold of a Silver Wolf. I'll throw everything else in defense and pass. Because a different currency adds like a whole other can of worms. But yeah, it does suck that you basically have to kind of choose if you want to play Rush or Speed. Like, especially if you're free to play, right? If you're paying, it doesn't matter. You're just paying more money. Oh, well, this is a hand, isn't it? I don't really want to let him just have everything he wants, but I can't really stop him. So I think we're just going to go all in on the defense and wait until we draw something that can actually attack. And then we pass. The gold that's ready in Duel Links, the only thing we can spend it on is card trader and replay slots. But I think that's the whole point, right? It's meant to be a nothing currency. If we did get to use that on Rush, though, like, everyone would just, like, buy out, like, the first huge chunk of... Unless they made, like, the prices ridiculously high. Okay, we've got a Flame Cerberus. I'm assuming this is just a pile deck, because it's Flame Cerberus in this. I think this is probably someone that doesn't play Rush. 1, 2, 3, do. Okay, we'll do this. We'll summon out Paku Pikachu. Paku effect. Put Paku to the bottom. Grab back the Gazelle. Do we... I mean, no matter what we do, we can't really play around thingy in any meaningful way. So we'll summon this. I guess we want to spread it out then. So we will tribute Paku, summon out Speedy, activate Speedy, boost summon Skull, tribute 1, tribute 2, then we'll just summon this, activate Ancient Arise, go to battle. I mean, we're going to try and kill this, no matter what. If he has it, he has it. Ridiculously high, of course. True, the amount of gold we have is all high. Yeah, it's a weird one, right? That we all just have so much gold. Do I try and ram into this? I mean, worst case scenario, he uses a trap and his trap's gone. Best case scenario, he has no monsters left. So, like, I think this is fine. So we had a back row he could use. He's choosing not to. Legend draw. So he is just on, like, a pile deck then. Yeah, everyone has an absolute ton of gold. The question is, how much would you make each pack, right? Like 500 gold, 1,000 gold, 5,000 gold? And then acquiring it would then get weird. Well, these are cards. I think we... Well, we always set this. That's always happening. I would like to get Paku Paku back, but I can't. So... I think we're going to... I think we have to reincarnation here. We're going to get rid of Prima, I think. We can't really do a big combo of Prima here. And we just need anything we can normal summon. Guess you'll do. Summon, activate the effect. Boost you. Normal summon. And we're going to summon out the Ancient Arise because it gives me 2 chances to get over this and beat past his back row in case he's got like double copies of the barrier. So this plays around barrier, gets hit by widespread. Now this probably dies to barrier. Yeah. Unfortunately, there was nothing we could do to play around all of that, but we have got rid of his guy. We do have a Dragius for next turn, and we have a widespread to protect us this turn. 10k for 10, maybe? You can buy replay slots. You could buy replay slots? I never knew that. Multi-strike dragon, Dragius. Well, we're not dead. We are going to take a lot of damage here, though. Down to 17. That's not great. I mean, yeah, we'll activate our skill. Ugh, that is really not what we wanted. This is actually very awkward because I might deck out at this rate. So we activate the effect. Now, I need to set one of these, but not set the other one, so that I don't deck out. And then we pass. I might have the wrong terminology for it, but there is a slot you could buy with gold. I mean, if it's a replay slot, that's still pretty cool. Alright, so we have a Paku Paku, but we can't refill. We have 2 Paku Paku. So, we have to win this turn no matter what. So we will use our Hammer Crush. We'll hit this. Oh wait, we can't win anyway. We've already lost the game. There's nothing we could do. Ah, not having cards in deck to mill really screwed us over there. It's funny how often deck out actually happens now in Rush. Because, I mean, that was a 100% win if we still had cards in deck. But, unfortunately, we decked out. I suppose it is a skill to not deck yourself out. But then again, I think every time we did mill was kind of necessary. Ugh, this is not a hand I like to see. Well, let's Hammer Crush deal one of these cards away. Of course it's another high-level monster. Of course. Okay, well. Out you come, Dragius. You're just going to hang out. And then we'll set and pass. Is deck out common in TCG Rush? No. And a big part of that is we get a lot of cards that shuffle cards back from your graveyard into deck. So you end up with like a ton of millers and a ton of shufflers. And because of that, you could just kind of keep cards coming again and again and again. But don't get me wrong, it does still sometimes happen. It's just kind of rare. Like, some of the archetypes don't have great shufflers, and so they'll try and play like generic ones. But then millers is also something that people do try and play generic millers. Stuff like Legend Magician. Oh, that's annoying though. Are cards that people just jam in just about anything just because milling is just that good. Well, we're getting for a nice 5k. Then we'll pass. Now, he knows that he doesn't have to play around widespread, which is a little bit scary. He also knows we have Hammer Crush down. Well. He just wants the reward for playing. It's so weird to me as well how, I guess it's no one's like fault, right? But it's funny how arguably the best deck in the game now is the Dragon Aggro deck, and it didn't get like a single hit on the ban list we just had, which is very funny to me. Found it. It's submit deck list slots you can buy. 1k gold, I read correctly. Ah, okay. I mean, I think everyone has so much gold, there's no reason to not just spend it all on whatever you can, right? I think even, like, the fresh account I made just has a ton of gold. Oh, win streak 3. So what we find. Darkstalk is decent. Do we try and get aggressive? Paku Pikachu doesn't actually do anything right now. I think we're going to do this. I want to get Gazelle into Grave. I could have just put like 2 1500 attackers in attack, but if he gets anything, that outs that, so... Okay, 3 sets, 4 sets. What is in hand? If it's a tribute monster, you can just summon it out. Okay, it's just Red Eyes. So this is Red Eyes something. Is it going to be Red Eyes Rebels, or is it going to be Red Eyes Warriors? Still no tribute monsters. Feels bad. I mean, I guess we're just going to chill, right? Until we see tribute monsters, we just wait. Now, if this is Red Eye Warriors, he could punish us very hard for bricking like this. Based on how much back row he's got, it's probably Red Eyes Warriors. But then again, would you play the Fiend engine in Warriors? Why wouldn't you attack? What is the logic of not attacking? Like, I'm going to draw the same number of cards whether you attack or not. Okay. If we summon this out, what do we get from it? We force out back row. I don't think it's worth it. If he's not going to attack us, we might as well wait until we get multiple monsters we can tribute summon out. That way we can try and play around multiple back row. Okay. We'll go ahead and activate our skill. Set this. See if we can't find another big boy. That gives us potential, but I think we still don't do anything yet. Because we've got Summon Skull, we can wait until we get 3 monsters. We can use Hammer Crush to pop one of his back row. But the other question is our opponent on Rebels? And he's not doing anything because we don't have a monster to him to pop. That's odd. What is with the Flame Serbs? This is not the first person that's just been randomly on a bunch of Flame Serbs. Speedy Performer. Well, okay, I guess we're kind of having our hand forced here a little bit. So let's Paku Paku. Paku Paku effect. We will put Paku Paku back. We'll grab out Gazelle. Then we'll get out our Silver Wolf. Activate the effect. If we weaken Dragon, does anything change? 22 versus 25 doesn't mean anything. And we beat it with Summon Skull anyway, so we are going to weaken a Flame Serb. We're then... No, we're not going to do that. We're going to summon out Summon Skull first. And the reason we're summoning out Summon Skull first is to play around Widespread Ruin. So we'll use Speedy Performer. Boost this. We'll tribute these two. Activate the effect. That's annoying. We'll then activate Thunder the Thunder. We will pitch... whatever, right? It doesn't matter. And then, again, if we weaken this down to 2,000, it does play around the barrier. So we are going to weaken that one. Oh no, it doesn't play around the barrier. That's me being stupid. Okay, we will activate this though. We'll just hit the middle one. Right, go to battle. Swing with this. We'll then swing with this. Swing with this. See if he has Recital. Hey, Max. Now, speaking of decklist, 10 people have favorited the ones I've added. Nice. Reached Cog today with Lunar Lights the second time now. Nice. Are you on pure Lunars or are you on the Lunar Light Orcus build? I remember you saying before that you were playing pure, but I don't know if you've mixed it up. Pure Lunars, nice. Lunars is something that I still kind of want to play, but it does help that I do already have all the Orcus cards, which means getting the Lunars and playing with them is pretty easy, because I can then play pure Lunars or Lunar Orcus. I can mix it up as I want. But I do also really want to play Machina, so... Ugh, what is this hand? We know he plays Recital. Chances are he is also playing the card that just negates an attack. I think we just... Okay, he's not going to do anything. In which case we're fine. But the new Xyz monster, Bujin, is the MVP of the deck. The new Xyz monster getting to mill 5 is really strong, and Lunars get a lot of value with the monsters. Nice. I haven't actually looked at the Bujin guy, I don't think. I think my entire focus has just been on the new box that's been shown, with the Citadel, plus the... What was the other things I was really excited for? Oh, the Constellas. I love me some Constellas. That's the hardest thing, is I'm just like, do I go Lunar Lights, or do I go just for the brand new box and grab Constellas plus Fortress? Plus there's just some other good stuff in there, right? Like Shadows. Everyone likes Shadows. I got 2 of the cards I needed in 10 packs. Whoa, that's some luck you got there, Max. I do not get that kind of luck. I dig through... Like, when I was building or collecting all the cards for Rush for the very first box that came out, I had to open every single pack to get all the Ultra Res. Alright, well, let's start out with Hammer Crush Deal. Yeah, the new box looks cool. Yeah, it does look really good. I saw your video, Icy, breaking it down. Very, very good. I think we will Hammer Crush here. We don't want to just have Prima just sat in our hand. Thanks for the follow, Dennis. Do I tribute this out? I don't need to. Chances are I beat both of these, unless he's playing... Okay, we knew that was the tribute one, and the tribute's all of low defense. The only way we didn't get through there would be one of these on pocket size, which is very weird, and two would have been if he had Triad. I want to play Winged Dragon of Ra. Immortal Phoenix is really strong. I've never been a huge fan of the Ra stuff, so I don't know. It's never like appealed to me. Don't get me wrong, I love the Egyptian gods, right? I've just never looked at all the Ra stuff and gone, this is the deck that I want to play. It looks a bit gimmicky as well, so I'm not sure if it's actually going to be good. I'm sure it'll be playable. I don't know if it'll be like winning tournaments, you know what I mean? Well, there's another back row popper. I actually think I just pop his back row just to keep him off of anything. Yep, I like him having nothing. That makes me very happy. We are just going to completely empty the hand here. Get him for a chunk of damage, and since he no longer has his back row card, he can't really affect us that badly. Sphere Mode is a Kaiju, but for triple tribute on either player's field. Sphere Mode is kind of crazy too. How many copies of Sphere Mode do you need, I wonder? I think it's going to be a weird one. Like having, because I basically know Sphere Mode exclusively as like a Kaiju, right? It's just that card you use to just tribute over your opponent's stuff. Do I have no normal beasts in grave? That is sad. That is very sad. It means we can do nothing with Paku Paku at the moment. I could discard Gazelle, which then turns Paku Paku on. What would I even take from the graveyard? I'd have, what, 1, 2, 3 bodies, which means I could get back another tribute monster. But if I did that... Yeah, okay, let's do that. We'll activate Monster Reincarnation. Discard Gazelle. It's got to be Ancient Arise. Summon Paku. Activate Paku. Put Paku back. Grab out Gazelle. Then I guess the play is Gazelle, Tribute, Performer, activate, boost, Tribute Performer. Boost Arise with its own effects. Slam into this. Slam into this. And pass. Could we have won? We would have had 27 plus an extra 6. Yeah, we would have won if we had taken back Prima. We just didn't do the maths. I see you got over 9999 gems. Nice. Yeah, we always got to have our cap gems. So I always feel very sad when I don't have cap gems. Oh, Ancient Arise. Battle phase, and that is going to be the end of the game, my friend. Oh, I mean, it was lethal even without the trap card, but... Bot is a guy that I run into a lot. I don't know if he's actually a bot. I don't think so, but he is constantly in ranked. I cannot wait for Mizar. He's the January unlock. Yeah, I saw that. It's looking interesting, right? Because Mizar... I don't know what Tachyon cards and what Galaxy cards we don't have yet. Like, I've always been a big fan of the Galaxy cards, but I've never tried to build them in Duel Links. Number 107. I also, right, on a bit of a side note, I really don't like numbers. Like, I've never liked the number cards, and not like each individual card that is a number I dislike. I dislike the fact that they are called numbers and that they just have a number on them. It feels very like forced because of the anime. He uses like a bunch of dragon monsters that are like level 8. I mean, that makes sense, right? Since he goes into Galaxy Tachyon and all of that lot. To be honest, the number Xyz monsters are pretty cool to me. So I like the monsters themselves, right? I think they are cool. I don't like that they're all called numbers. And I get that there are some like spell cards and stuff that work with them because they're called numbers. But it's like, I don't like that like Utopia is like number 39 or whatever. It feels weird. Joseph from Mexico. The numbers are supposed to be part of Astral's memories. But that's exactly what I mean, right? It's very anime forced. Like, if there wasn't a Yu-Gi-Oh anime, I feel like the numbers wouldn't make sense, and you just wouldn't have them. Which in itself isn't a bad thing, right? Obviously, Yu-Gi-Oh is as successful as it is because of its anime shows. I mean, again, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's bad or anything. It's just, I personally just not a fan of it. It doesn't help as well, I didn't really like the start of Zexal. Like, I dropped Zexal after a few episodes because I did not get on with Yuma whatsoever. This hand is really mid. Do we try and get in with Dragius? I guess we do. Go ahead and tribute 2. What I should have done is boost Tiger. That was silly. I could have got... Well, I would have been an extra mill, but the extra mill is definitely worth it. So this should only have 1,000 defense. My man is playing Curse of Dragon. What? Okay. Was not ready for Curse of Dragon. Zexal honestly just gets better with the storyline with new characters we're getting now. Mizar is definitely my top 3 favorites from the Zexal anime. I mean, for me, it's always just going to be Kite, right? I mean, who doesn't love Kite? Kite is just such a cool character. Like, they introduced him in Arc V. I went back and watched Zexal because I wanted to watch the anime that Kite was from. My man shows up, plays multiple tag duels, summons out turn 1 Cypher Dragon with the most ridiculous, like, 3-card combo that he just opens every game. What about Shark? Shark is... I don't dislike Shark, right? Shark's cool. But I've never been, like, super hyped for Shark. First off, his deck is just water monsters, and I've never been, like, super big into water monsters. And 2, he just seems a bit up himself, right? In the same way that, like, Chaz was up himself, except Chaz is, like, a loser. And that's kind of part of Chaz's appeal. Like, Chaz is just a goofy guy who thinks he's cool, but it's like... These are all cards. The issue is, if I make an attack here and the attack doesn't go through, everything else basically gets punished for it. I can only give this plus 600, which means I can't kill that. So I can reduce that by... I guess there is a way that I can do this. We're going to summon out Masaki. But then... This is so, like, awkward. Summon out Performer. Activate Performer. Boost Masaki. Summon out Thunder the Thunder. Activate Thunder the Thunder. Pitch to weaken. Tribute 2. Pay the 1,000. Go to battle. Swing in here. But if he has the widespread, this still outs. Thanks for the follow, Ruth. We got Recital. Why would you barrier here? You just want a card back in the deck, or you want the room free? Okay. and we'll pass. Now, if he has combo, if he just draws into full combo, we are dead, because we're only on 39. Chances are one of these is a resonance, or a pressure even. What about Charlotte? New Barry inversion deck is really fun though. Yeah, so we are probably dead now, because he's probably just drawn his full combo. Mind you, the full combo is just a high-level monster, and then something else. So it's not exactly like a difficult combo to gather in this situation. And he has much better cards in his Baryon form. The whole Baryon thing as well is a bit weird. Like, again, I don't dislike the Baryons, but like if you're explaining to someone who like dropped off Yu-Gi-Oh in like 5Ds or something, like, oh yeah, they have like some of the characters have Baryon forms, and the main character becomes a Super Saiyan at one point, and it's just like, oh, does he not? He doesn't have it. He has to rely on drawing into a big guy. If we live this turn, this is going to go so crazy. There's also Vector and Dumont, which will be the only two last Baryons we're missing. It's so weird to me there's still so many characters from the older shows that we don't have yet, but at the same time it makes sense to stagger them all out, right? Ah. That's less than ideal. I can clear this board, but it means leaving low attack guys in attack mode. If I leave 13s in attack, I could just die. Alright, let's Hammer Crush. We're going to just discard Dark Sork. And we're going to pop this. We're then just going to set and then set a bunch of cards. And the reason we're doing this is we could clear his whole board, but all he needs is a big dragon and anything else, and we just die on the crackback. Yeah, to be fair, GX hasn't gotten any new characters since summer 2022. And 5Ds, I really hope we get Sherry at least for next year. DM, I honestly want normal Marek in the game. Normal Marek would be cool. Okay, so if he summons anything else, that's not a very big guy, but tributes 2? Tributes 1. Gets out the Cursed Dragon. Okay, yeah, so we would have been dead if we had attacked. Now we're going to lose our Hammer Crush, which, you know, sucks, but what are you going to do? We're not out of the game, that's the important part. He's not using the effect! He forgot to use Slayer! We get to keep our Hammer Crush. That's very nice of him. But since the Ra support is just dropping normal Marek isn't possible. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. Okay, we will start with Paku Pakuchu. Activate the effect. We'll put Paku Paku back. We'll grab out the All-Seeing White Tiger. Then we will summon the All-Seeing White Tiger. We'll then tribute 2. We'll summon Gazelle. We'll tribute it for the boy. We're going to activate the Hammer Crush, because we just do not want to get blown out by a widespread right now. That's why we do it. There goes our... That's 3 games in a row we've milled widespread. Actually, I think that's not actually true. I think there was one game where we actually got to use it, which I think was actually last game. 3 games today we've milled widespread. Alright, we'll pass on that. We can still just die here if he just draws a pressure still, but this is the best we got. Well, not impossible, but maybe they will eventually make him an unlock. Of course he's got the pressure. That's very sad. Any high level and we're just straight dead. It's on Red Dragon's chick as well. We are actually alive. Okay. I know we're not, because he's got a effect monster, so we can boost that attack. Yeah, that was a bit of a long shot for us to win that. Unfortunately, I think our life points got a little bit low too quickly because we didn't have any boss monsters early. Wow, plus I think we actually had to use the Prima in this game. I'm actually getting this game confused with the last time we played against Dragon at Resonance, but even so. Like, there should be more characters in the game from older series. I just think their main focus is giving us more Zexal, Arcvy, and Vrains. I feel like Zexal is almost at the end of Season 2, so not long till Season 3. I think after we get all the Baryons in the game, there will eventually be Don Thousand. Don Thousand is going to be, like... Does Don Thousand work in Duel Links? Because... Now, my only experience with his deck, other than, you know, the episode which he plays, is getting OTK'd on Master Duel. But it always summons 4 guys, so I'm like, I can't remember what the exact wording on the cards is, but does it work if you've only got 3 monster slots? I assume it does. We keep opening these hands that have no boss monsters. There's a boss monster. Okay, this now makes the hand a lot better. Obviously, we're still going to go on the defensive turn 1. And we'll pass. The field spell Numeron Network lets you summon even in the extra monster zone. Ah. So yeah, it works. Okay, okay. That does make sense. So it barely works. It's funny, right? Because it means things like Scapegoat can't come to Duel Links, right? Because you can't Scapegoat into the EMZ. So we'll go Paku Paku, Paku Paku effect. You back. You to hand. Summon. Go ahead and tribute to. Summon the boy, activate the effect. Summon. Summon. Tribute to. Activate the effect. Go to battle. Get him for a crap ton of damage. And then we pass. Hello, Mr. Tomato in chat. Hello, Sakadetsu. But the main thing about Numerons is they like to link off their Xyz monsters for turn 1 and for turn 2 go for OTK. I'm just overall interested to see how Numerons will be in Duel Links. Be very interesting to see how they work. I feel like there's a lot of OTKs in, or at least OTK possibilities in Duel Links. So although Numeron is like a really annoying thing to deal with in Master Duel, I don't think it's that bad in Duel Links, but maybe I'm off base with that. Set into a draw. I can weaken his guy, which is not bad. I can just weaken it by 200, but then I lose to the barrier. 1-2 into that. Leaves me with 2. One's going to be a summon. Alright, let's summon. And we'll summon. We'll activate the effect of Silver Wolf. Weaken this. Then we're going to tribute 2. I'm then just going to straight Hammer Crush here. Thank you for hitting that. That makes me feel so much better. And that is the game. All we have to do is deal with the overpowered trap card and we win the game. Simples. Simples. Even right now, we have some OTK decks. I mean, yeah, that's... The thing is, we had OTK decks, or decks that could OTK, as early as, like, when GX came out, right? I mean, we had FTK at one point, right at the start, with Tearburn. So, like, Duel Links is no stranger to FTKs and OTKs. But the thing is, a lot of Duel Links games are between 2 and 7 turns anyway. And I think 7 is quite a long Duel Links game a lot of the time. Unless, you know, everyone uses all their resources to take away each other's tools and basically just become a top deck Unga Bunga strategy. But I mean, that happens in Master Duel as well. Oh, our opponent's on a 3-win streak. Let's see if we can't take that away from him. Ugh, we're going second. Not ideal. Hammer Crush deal. So this is almost certainly a mirror. Unfortunately, the only back row we have for him to hit with his Hammer Crush deal was widespread, which is really not ideal. Two cards in defense, 3. Ah, he got... Okay, so there's 5 cards down. One of them is a Hammer Crush that we know for sure. This is an awful situation. I feel like we have to set widespread just to get it out of our hand. I think we are just boned no matter what we do here. Right, we'll summon out Silver Wolf. We will mill to boost our Silver Wolf. Unfortunately, I think we just lost the coin toss, which has made this pretty bad for us. Okay, so that is the barrier. So what, he's got barrier and he's got Hammer Crush. Hammer Crush probably is just going to be used immediately to put my back row. And again, there's nothing we can do about it. We can't just sit here and hold on to widespread rune forever. We'll just be drawing one less card each turn. It just sucks that he basically gets this for free. And he drew Paku Paku. Oh, that is... Oh, there's no way he does this without already having a big tribute monster as well. So he's got something that outs Dragius, as well as Paku Paku, as well as the ability to pop our back row, and he's even got protection in the barrier left over. This is... Whew, this is going to be a roughie. But this is the power of going first versus going second. He basically had just 2 extra cards to work with. Because now he's at his 5, plus, you know, Paku Paku gave him an extra one, and he's got these 2 left over. So we're always going to be playing catch up. Yeah, there goes the Hammer Crush. Discards Dragius. Okay, so he's got a lot of high-level monsters in hand then. Obviously, Dragius doesn't do a ton here as well because he doesn't want to just crash. Although that means he's got another Dragius. There's no way you discard Dragius here unless you... What? What? Oh, he valued getting the extra monster out over the discard to let the Dragius get in twice. Okay. Okay. But now we have to beat this while we know he's got barrier, which is so sketch. Alright. Well, we can do this. The question is, do we have to use our Hammer Crush? We might not have to, depending on how we order this. I think we do just go for the 2 big guys and let him keep one of his guys, which means we also don't need to pop his back row. We know exactly what it is, so it doesn't matter to us. I guess we boost the Summon Skull. Speedy Performer to boost it up. Summon. Tribute 2. Summon out the Ancient Arise. Activate the Ancient Arise. Attack into this. He's got the barrier. He might use it if he wants to just put a Dragius back into his deck. That'd be the only reason. Get in for 14. He knows exactly what our back row is, which is a little bit annoying. And obviously he knows that widespread's gone, so he doesn't have to deal with that. The only thing that's a little bit sketchy is he got to keep a body. Even if he draws Paku Paku, it doesn't matter because he's got the extra body already anyway. He can do 2 tribute summons, telling what his hand looks like. And if he's drawn into a Summon Skull, that's also sketch. Because that means he could do 2 tribute summons and have a 1500 on the field as well. Let's see what you've got for us, Mr. Man. Doing a big think. I mean, he knows what my back row is, so he doesn't have to worry about what I've got. He just has to worry about his own cards. So what's he thinking? He's already gone through 2 Dragius. He might have found the 3rd. A 3rd Dragius would be a little bit sketch. He's got at least 1 more Ancient Horizon in the deck, surely. He also could have drawn another Hammer Crush, because usually you'd be running 2. Even if his hand is really bad, he could just put everything in defense, and right now I have no way to deal with that. Okay, so we're not doing that. There goes the 3rd Dragius. So now it's Monster Reincarnation we have to worry about. If he doesn't have Monster Reincarnation, we don't really care. Because now he would need, like, what? Ancient Arise plus Summon Skull? Or, I guess, Prima does it quite well as well. Ah, he's got the Monster Reincarnation. That's annoying. So he's going to have to discard a card, get that card to his hand. Then he'll have 2 left. If he tributes both of these, he'll still have 2 cards left. Which means he could do 2 normal summons. Ooh, so that's the scary one. Why are we performing? I guess it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. You should have... Oh, no. You have to do it this round because... Otherwise, you don't get to end with... You'd have the Speedy Performer left on the field. Just me being stupid. Okay, we take a chunk here. We're still fine. We just need to find an out to this Dragius. Is Paku live? Paku is live. So okay, Paku first. Paku effect. Put Paku back. Grab the Gazelle. I could pop this, attack over this easily with this without having to worry about that. That leaves me with 1 guy which can attack over that. So I guess that's the play. So I'll go Hammer Crush. Discard Hammer Crush. Deal with that. We'll then summon Silverwolf. Activate Silverwolf. Guess we're just straight weakening this. Because then he'll use the barrier to save it once, but he can't do it a second time. So we'll swing with this. We'll let this go through. Then we'll swing with this, and he's going to use the barrier. We'll probably put Dragius back in. And then we'll kill it with this. Now, he could draw into his 1 copy of Dragius left in the deck. He could... Paku Paku is the perfect card he could have drawn. Is that his last Paku Paku? No, he had 2 left in the deck, so the chance of him finding it was quite high. The question now is, has he found the Dragius? If he's found the Dragius, we are just straight dead. There's nothing we can do about it. If he hasn't found the Dragius, we are still fine. Are we still fine? We take 17. No, we're dead. We're dead if he has anything. Now any 25 kills us. Summon Skull kills us. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, that'll do it. The double wolf into anything that could get to 25 or higher. Heavy Metal Jump Scare. We know he can't be on Heavy Metal Jump Scare because we've already seen all 3 Dragius. That game was just a little bit of a shame. I think we played fine. We just lost life points a little bit too early there. That was just one of those, like, you can't win them all games. There were multiple turns where we were like, well, our opponent needs to out what we've got, and they need to draw very specific outs, and they just found them. Nothing we can do about that. It doesn't help as well that we also did start going second in that game, and he got to set up really well. And he got to pop our widespread for free, which is never a good thing. Alright, let's see who we've got next. And what deck we're going to be against. Boss Master, eh? On the Gavin. So this could be Warriors. It could also just be anything else. Wow, life points actually matter in this game. I mean, they matter in every game, right? If you hit 0, you're dead. It's kind of important. This is a awkward hand. I suppose if we're going second, this is the kind of hand we want. Now, if he is a Warriors, are we going to get Yami Ruler turn 1? Oh, that have 2 back. Ah, he's drawn the perfect turn 1 open. That's never good for us. And we've just... It's not a brick, but it's like the worst thing we could have drawn. I mean, what can we do here other than just commit? If that wasn't a tribute monster, this would have been such a nice hand, but now it's just super sketch. Watch him just have widespread as well, because of course he will have just opened widespread. Yep. Our opponent won the coin toss and then just opened widespread. Like, there was no winning this game. His back row then has to be, thingy, right? Has to be Phantom Mind. This is probably over. Our opponent just got 3 perfect, like, luck variables go into their favor, which has now put this massively on them. This is their game to lose. We still can win this, obviously, but, like, it's not looking great. The fact that we've had to end on a 1300 and nothing else is so bad. Okay, he's on Beast Engine Warriors. Now, this deck can brick quite hard. Why are you Dark Arting a Celerity? You must have Piercing. Because, like, just attacking directly isn't worth it to use the skill. Yeah, there's the Piercing. So, Pierce onto Masaki. I don't know why you're still on Bonded Bowing as well. I don't think you need that anymore. Why are we Okay. I guess it doesn't make any difference, right? It's all the same. So we take 27 here. We know, though, that he cannot have another widespread at least. But this is probably the lose 400 attack one, which Ancient Arise does play around. No, wait, no, we know that it's a Phantom Mind, right? Jeez. I just wanted to play the game. Okay. This is so unbelievably bad. I think I have to, no matter what, use Monster Reincarnation. I have to send Summon Skull. I don't get a say in that. I then have to take back Paku Pakuchu. Summon Paku Paku. Activate the effect. Put Silverwolf back. Grab out All-Seeing White Tiger. Do I even summon Tiger? Summoning Tiger could just lose me the game. But I need another monster in attack mode because of Celerity. So yeah, we have to summon Tiger. We use Performer to boost that. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Reset. Activate Ancient Arise. Go to battle. Swing into this. How many beasts do we have in Grave? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me kill this. Let me pass. Okay, this is still looking pretty dire, but this is the best we could do. Life points is low, seems like we lost. I mean, sometimes that's just how it goes, especially against a deck like this that can change my guys to defense and give themselves piercing, or change my guys to defense and attack me directly. If he just summons out of 25, we're fine. No, we're dead. We're so dead. We can't. Him having back row hate now is the absolute worst thing that could happen. Because now all he needs is any boss monster and we are just dead on field. There's nothing we can do about it. Man, this guy, just every turn has drawn exactly what he needed. Like, this is a... We're on turn 5 and this guy's had God hands every single turn. What? Are we alive? Has he just not drawn a big monster? We're currently alive. That card in your hand has to be a monster. There's no way it's not. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. I don't know why he was playing so weird. He's playing so slow as well, when he's got, like, such an obvious line. I mean, yeah, this is the first game today that we have just straight up been utterly sacked. Like, this guy got absolutely everything he needed. There's nothing we could have done there. Again, we played completely fine. We just can't beat the God Hand. Doesn't help as well that the last couple of games we've been going second, which is really not what you want. Especially right now with back row in the game, going first is always the play. I guess maybe if you're playing at SAR spellcasters, you still want to go second. But the only problem with that is you then are automatically giving your opponent what they want, which is to go first and just gain all that extra advantage. So Beast is the new engine like Aqua now. I mean, basically, yeah. It's very good. Hey, we're going first. Nice. Watch us not have a going first hand at all. Even when we get lucky, we get unlucky. What is this? Alright, Hammer Crush. Please, for the love of God, give me a normal summonable monster. Alright, good. We can play the game a little bit now. I think we just go Skull, right? Summon this. Tribute for Skull. Set this, and we will pass. Two back row is decent. Obviously, he knows one of them's Hammer Crush. The other one's not actually a trap card, but... he got the God open. 3 back row, or 2 back row, 2 monsters. Okay, what do we want to do here? We only have 2 summons. Does mean we can still fill the board. Do we just get rid of our... Right, let's go Hammer Crush. I think we're going to ditch this. We're going to go for this. That was not the right one to hit. Uh-oh. They have the spotty connection. Right, we will summon out the Silver Wolf. There's no reason to use that, so we will just Tribute 2. Oh, there was a reason to use that, and that is to play around widespread, which we are now not doing because we are a dum-dum. Well, let's see if he's got it. Does not have the widespread. Let's swing into this. Right, does he have Recital? No, so that's probably a spell card he's got then. We'll pass on that. Mind you, we have a Dragon Engrave, so it's not... unless he toggled off. Always hit the middle one. So, I do the opposite. I almost never hit the middle one, and that's probably something really bad. But I never set my important card in the middle, because I always expect my opponents to do that, to hit the middle one. I mean, we just go combat, right? We can't do anything else. Go. Right, let's swing with this. No delay. Okay, so he's got Recital. Does he have 2 Recitals? He does not. We'll pass on that. Has he got yet another back row to use? He hasn't drawn any of his high-level monsters yet. Is he going to summon one now? Hammer Crush. So he knows which one my Hammer Crush is. Oh no, he doesn't, because we already used it. So he's just missed there, basically, which is really good for us. There's the Kimirula. Dark Arts to change this to defense. Go to battle phase. Still in main. And then he surrenders. I respect it. He was dead next turn no matter what. And he knew it. I can just crash the Summon Skull even if I didn't have the widespread. Well, look at all these lovely rewards. More gems. Now we'll just go again. This is basically just our warm-up. Lovely bit of warm-up. We've had some pretty good games today, to be honest. Not a lot of variety. That's the only, like, negative thing I could say. Well, that's a hand, isn't it? 3 of a kind Gazelle. He stream sniped and knew he was dead. I mean, maybe. I mean, that's the risk you take when you stream, right? I am so gonna just summon out 3 Gazelle if he leaves all of that. Ah. Well, now I can't deal with that. My triple Gazelle play is now falling apart. Do I just set 3 Gazelle pass? That's not a bad move here. Like, just crashing this seems bad, especially into a back row. We'll just set 3 pass. Look who it is peeking in. It's Grand Harrier. Hello, Harrier. Dragius was the only... Wait. Dragius is the only punish if he has 3 monsters. If he doesn't have 3 monsters, this is kind of fine. Oh, but now we got to fight through 3 back row and 2 2500 bodies? Ugh, that's so gross. There's no way we get through that. How do we navigate this, like, in any way that looks remotely pleasant? If I weaken his gut, if he's got anything, though, in the back row, we just get absolutely blown out here. And he's also playing the stupid beatdown as well. Shining City, let's go. Give us more Aqua support. Don't you mean Dragius support? We've got to do something. The alternative play is just put everything sideways, so we're going to try, but this is not going to work. What are we playing around? If it's the barrier, we have to do double on here, and even then it doesn't actually... It's not actually good. Right, let's do this. We're going to do double on here, assuming he has the barrier, but he's going to have... thingy anyway. He's going to have widespread, so the attack's not going to connect regardless. But if he had the barrier, this is the way to... There. Okay, okay. It is the barrier, so we did play around it correctly. And then we just pass. Imagine playing rank and every opponent you face, you search their name on streaming sites, see if they're streaming or not. I mean, there's some people that do that, and, you know, it's viable. You know, nothing stops you from doing it. Don't tell me. He's got another Dragius! Ah! And another back row! Right, at least that's gone. That's the one saving grace of this. We are so gonna die here. Now, Dian Keto is babe. We need more of her. I mean, yeah. Who doesn't love Dian Keto? Where are my big guys at? I want to keep everything here. I think I have to keep Paku Paku as much as I really want to keep Thunder the Thunder to deal with what he's got. The issue is he's going to have a back row to deal with mine. He's going to have a Hammer Crush down. And any normal stuff. If he has a Hammer Crush down, which he almost certainly does, because he's got just so many spell traps, why wouldn't one of them be a Hammer Crush? And if he has any normal summon, which here is going to be Summon Skull. Oh, no, it is just beat down, okay. Boost over there. That protects the Dragius from getting popped. Why is he clever? Why is our opponent intelligent? I mean, we're dead if we don't, so we have to do this. What is this hand? Alright, Paku Paku. Go Paku Paku. We will put back Paku Paku. We'll grab out the Gazelle. So we have to, no matter what. If he has another barrier, we just die anyway. Right, we summon Silverwolf. We'll activate Silverwolf. We'll weaken this. Then we're going to activate Reincarnation. We're going to discard Gazelle. We're going to take back our Dragius. Because we have to clear this no matter what. We'll Tribute 2. We'll set. We'll set. Activate Dragius effect. Go to battle. Swing over this, which should connect. This is the sketch one. If we run in here and he has other barrier, we are just straight dead. With 3 back row and knowing he's already got 1 barrier in the grave, I think we can't afford to attack into it. I think we have to let him attack into our back row. But even then, if he just summons out Beetle, he knows he's safe because Widespread's already in the graveyard. And he should have 2 more Beetles in deck anyway. So we are just... If we had attacked, we were dead into the barrier, right? Just straight up. Do we even have... If we have 2 dragons in grave, we were probably also dead into... We had 2 dragons in grave, so we would have also lost to Phantom Bind. Okay. Why didn't you take Beetle back? Because you've got a normal summon and a Beetle in hand? No? Very strange. I could get an extra draw here. What would I need to break this board? I would need... another high-level monster. We got one Dragius and one Ancient Arise left in deck. And a Summon Skull. Right, we'll activate. We have 3 cards we can draw that are really good for us here. That's pretty good. Alright. So now, we summon Performer, activate the effect, boost this, summon Performer, activate its effect, boost this, tribute 2, I think I'm still just dead here though, because I've emptied my deck too much. And we need to use this effect. And we do not have enough damage for lethal. But this was the fun way to go out, at the very least. Does he have Recital on top, is the question. He does have Recital! And then this is going to be the barrier? Tell me it's the barrier. Yes! We played around the barrier perfectly. Okay, we have lost the game, but we played it correctly for the most part. The actual correct play at the end here would have been to just play a Stoolfest, which we probably would have still lost. Just because we have less cards in our deck, and our opponent had a better board setup. Just that attack should be still. Again, the problem with that is we had less cards in our deck. And he had the better board. So we would have just lost the Stool anyway. We went for the more fun play that would not have won the game because we didn't have enough life points anyway. Or enough, yeah, we didn't have enough damage to kill him because his life points were too high because of the 1,000 that he got off of Dian Keto. Going second again. Let me go first. Gotta say, the difference between going first and second in Rush, especially now that we have back row, is astronomical. Going first is so powerful. It's so very, very strong. Oh, what is this hand, bro? I have to end my turn with 2 high levels in hand. We've had to go second and we bricked. This is so nasty. Maybe there's a chance our opponent just doesn't have the ability to out this. If we draw any other high level monster though, we are just completely boned. Okay, Thunder the Thunder. And was that a second Rice Terrace? I'm not sure why we're on so many Rice Terrace. Into a second Prima. Okay. Pays the 1,000 to be able to get over. I think we might be okay. As long as we don't like hard brick here. Our opponent's deck looks pretty weak. We have drawn another Tribute Monster though, mind. Our deck is trying its best to throw. Do we summon Skull here and Tribute over it? Just to try and get the number of Tribute Monsters in our hand down? I think we do. As much as this sucks, because if we did high roll next turn, we could have summoned out 2 high level monsters, because if we draw 3 normal summonables, we'd get them all out. We're playing so many spells and traps and other Tribute Monsters, though, that the odds of that happening aren't really great in our favor. And there's a higher chance that we just brick into unplayability. And we'll pass on that. Alright. Your opponent will simply draw no high levels. Take all of them for yourself. It's only fair, right? If I draw my high levels, then my opponent shouldn't get any of theirs. Hammer Crush deal. Okay. That's just an extra draw. Right now that doesn't do anything. Let's got the carrier. Where are we going with this? This is scary. 2 Primas. He's probably on Dragius as his boss monster. If he has to crash Dragius into Dragius, we're kind of okay with that. Oh no, double Seahorse. My man just drew Hammer Crush, Seahorse, Seahorse. What else has he got? Thunder to discard. Has he got a Dragius? If he's got Dragius, it's just lethal. My man drew Seahorse, Seahorse, Hammer Crush to get the extra card, Dragius, and Summon Skull. That was his hand. That was the 5 cards he drew. I don't think he could have gotten a better 5 cards if he had tried. If we had a back row, he even had a card left over to pop our back row. Jesus. That is the ultimate god hand. Oh, my man. My man. I love the FF10 OST. Yeah, I personally massive fan of FF10. And obviously the music in pretty much every FF game is fantastic. Oh, I need a minute to like process what just happened. He drew Seahorse, Seahorse, Dragius, Hammer Crush, and Summon Skull. That is the god hand. That is nasty. It's nasty. I bet the set was widespread. No, we knew the set was Hammer Crush because he used Hammer Crush deal. But if we had a back row, he could have just popped it because he had 1 card left in hand, which was the other card he got with Seahorse, the other Kanan or whatever it was. And that's 2 games today that we have been absolutely robbed. I mean, both games we did also brick a little bit. What is this? A 2 Paku's early, bro. Come on. All right, we'll fire off the Hammer Crush. Please, for the love of God, just not a high-level monster. Anything but a high-level monster. Okay, we'll take that. We will 100% take that. So we will simply... Do we keep Dragius in hand, or do we tribute it out? Because I could just keep it in hand. Either way we set this. What's the punish if we go Dragius now? There isn't really much of a punish. I think we just end like this. The punish is that we draw into more tribute monsters next turn. That is the punish. Ah, we're on the Dark Magician. Okay. So if he sends Dark Magician to graveyard, that means he hasn't got Dark Magic attack. Set. You got to be tributing out Dark Magician Girl, right? Yep. DMG. He knows we got a Hammer Crush and a mystery card. We always do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means we'd have to not have the... I think it's worth it. We will get rid of the barrier. As much as I would really like to keep it, doing it this way round is so big for us. Summon, activate the effect of Silver Wolf, weaken this. Tribute 2. Normal Gazelle. Tribute 2. Activate Dragius. Activate Dragius. Go to battle. Swing. 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 And swing. Let me pass. God be like, beast is cringe, play Aqua. No, God! Praise the beasts! Paku Paku Chu is our Lord and Savior. Just look at his little face. Look at his little cheeks. Dark Magician. He is like me for real, for real. Ah, Sakadetsu, are you a DM player in Speed? Tributes 2. SRM. Okay. Uses SRM effect. Bashes over that. Use this, get rid of that. Summon, summon. Okay. Hammer Crush. Pitch, Sork. Hit that one. Oh, 100% of the time, baby. Goodbye, Widespread Ruin. We have, to be fair, hit Widespread Ruin with Hammer Crush like 3 times today. And every single time it's been fantastic for us. Alright, I need to let my dog in, so I'll be back in 1 second. That's right. We didn't unmute ourselves when we got back from opening the door. We read when it's not our turn, okay? That's how we do. But when it's our turn, we need to process because our brain works slow. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to punish this. Which is a shame because any back row stops this. Oh, now it doesn't. Oh, Grand Harrier with the gifted sub. Thank you so much, Grand. We really do appreciate that. Stop this music. We want to listen to this one. Summon out.
Grand Harrier gifted 1 subscriptions.
Get out the Paku Paku. Put this back. Icy receiving the gifted sub. We do just bash over everything here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We use that. We can get another. I think we always do. Question is, do we want an extra body on board or would we rather have the built-in protection? I don't think the protection does much against this deck specifically, so I think we are just going to get rid of it. Tribute 2, summon this out. Normal summon. Tribute. Summon out the Gazelle. Activate the Ancient Arise. Bash over this. Bash over this. Get in for the 15. Then we pass. Now we still could get blown out by a big noodle turn. We'll have to wait and see. Hello, Mr. Brand. Stare. Oh no, don't just have that to deal with my Hammer Crush. That makes me sad. Oh. Okay. We take those. I mean... I'm wondering what he drew. He had 4 cards in hand. Oh, can you show the spellcast deck? Abort! Matching failed. Nice. We managed to abandon in time. That was this one. So this is what the man was cooking. We were on only 2 copies of DMG. So I'm guessing this is a free-to-play player that has not gone through the box that much, since we only have 2 SRM and only 2 Dark Magician Go. Obviously, he's on the Dark Magician, not playing any copies of Dark Magic Attack, which is the main reason I've seen people pick up the Dark Magician deck again, is to be able to get easy access to it, to use Dark Magic Attack to clear out problematic back row, obviously specifically being Widespread Ruin. I think if you're not playing Dark Magic Attack, there's not much reason to be on Dark Magician. You're basically just playing a deck that sometimes, or I guess most of the time, has 3 Summon Skulls in it, which is fine, right? But, you know, expensive but cool. I mean, yeah, that's the issue with the Dark Magician deck, right? Everyone gets Dark Magician for free, but Dark Magician Girl being an ultra rare from the box is because Dark Magician being a cool free-to-play option would be lovely, but with DMG at ultra, it's just not. Like, you can't just be like someone, oh, you just get 3 main box URs, your deck works now. And it's obviously not even like a top-tier deck, so... I use DM for Explosion Spell and Burn Enemy. Oh, nice. What with the Explosion Drive? Were you just playing it with whatever the Road Magic Explosion or whatever it's called? Let's hop it again. Yeah, Grand is so generous. Such a lovely man. In fact, we should do, because we gave Icy a shout out earlier. We should always be giving out shout outs to my man Grand Harrier. If I can actually spell it, that is. There we go. We said it once, we'll all say it again. Grand Harrier, pillar of the community. Provides us with the locals we need. Ran a really cool tournament yesterday. We got to see Starry Night take it. Great watch. I mean, we just go all out here, right? Just this once. There's no real reason to use Performer, is there? Like, the extra damage... I guess it could come up. No, I'd rather just not deck out. It only comes up if he has a attack reduction card. Yeah, Crazy Starry 1? Yeah. Sorry about Sunday's cancellations that the Konami servers are on fire. I mean, yeah. But I am very much looking forward to this Sunday. I do have something to do in the afternoon, but I should be finished before the tournament. So I am very much looking forward to playing it. But yeah, that Starry Night deck was... I was not expecting to see that. Because I know a couple of people have been trying out Starry Night again since the new box got announced. But I wasn't expecting it to perform that well. I'm trying to think what I played against in the finals. It was Starry Night versus... It was not Tenyi. It was... Oh, it was Live Twin, wasn't it? Live Twin. Which, again, Live Twin seems to be so popular now. Like, everyone seems to be playing. Like, it's that and Tenyi, just all over the place. Now, these are cards. Unfortunately, here's so much back row that anything I do is very scary. I think we always just weaken this. I guess we just tribute out the boys, right? I don't think we can afford to use Thunder the Thunder here. Depending on what back row he's got, he could punish this really hard, but with no back row of our own, all we can really do is Herder swing. No widespread. We'll swing with this. The barrier, so that's a trade into Summon Skull, which we are more than happy to have. So he doesn't have widespread, otherwise he would have used it on the first attack, so that's just game. I don't think Starry Night is top tier, he just had a blessed run. I mean, that's the other thing, right? Is a lot of people will sometimes look at tournament results as the be-all end-all, and sometimes just a random rogue deck will take it. And then people will be like, well, no, that means it's best deck. I do think it is very important to be able to, you know, discern the difference. It's the same reason when the deck I'm playing now, the Dragon Aggro deck, did so well in GRF. I don't want to just be like, oh, this is automatically the best deck. It's not automatically top tier. It's likely, right? It's definitely, you know, got legs. But you got to really like wait and see how the meta develops before you can like lock that in. And since then, this deck has won a crap ton of tournaments. So it turns out it's probably the best deck right now. But it'll be interesting to see how Starry Night does with the new cards that we get. Because there was that new... What was the new... It wasn't like a Starry Night specific card, but it was like a fairy support card we got, right? From the next box. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Phoenix Blaze. The Projecting Spirit Lower Gith. I don't know if it's actually going to be good. That's even if that's even card it was. Was it Rishidol Wendy? I've completely forgot which one it was. I remember I was Condemned Witch. That's the one. Oh, here's our turn. What do we do with this? We'll summon this and swing? And then we'll pass. Condemn Witch, Condemn Witch, Condemn Witch. Everyone else knows. Everyone else knows. Limited 3 though. I don't know why Konami is afraid. Well, I can only assume they've done some testing behind the scenes and they've discovered something. It's the same as like the Rush limits have seemed a bit weird. Like Torna at 3 is like... I mean, I kind of get it, right? Because Torna plus Dragius could be decent, but... It's normal somebody can add one forbidden quick play spell card from your deck to your hand. During your opponent's main phase, quick size, you contribute these cards for summon one level 4 fairy monster from your deck. Which you can use for... It seems pretty decent. I don't actually remember Condemned Witch. I don't remember if this card was actually any good in TCG or not. They're scared of counter fairies or forbidden droplet selection box. I think it'll be used more in Sulphur Core. To be honest, I don't know if Starry Nights have effects on special summon in enemy turn. I mean, that's obviously a good shout, right? Being able to summon a monster during opponent's turn and get an enter the battlefield effect, or a quick effect of your own. Mind you, if it is a quick effect, you'd have to wait until the chain resolves and then do it then, which might be a bit too slow. Forbidden Droplet limit 3 in selection makes a weird amount of sense. And I guess, especially if you're going to play it with this, I'm trying to think, are there any other forbidden spells like that you would worth searching with this? I mean, Chalice is fine, I guess. Lance, all of those. I don't know if you necessarily need to have searches for them. But then again, Droplet's also a bit responsive. Look up Aurora Paragon for a fun combo. Let's have a look. Oh. No! Go barrier, protect my life points. If I just got into a situation again where I bricked and my opponent opened, like... he emptied his hand, summoning out Dragius. He popped the back row, got out a Dragius and a Summon Skull and a 15. Jesus. That's a roughie. It says, neither player can special summon monsters. When another monster is normal summoned to either player's side of the field, destroy this card. I'm trying to think when you do this though, right? Because if you do it, you can't just shotgun it right at the start of the turn, because then they can just normal summon, then it pops this. And you can't do it in response, because a lot of the summons are inherent summons, right? Like you can't... I guess if your opponent like goes summon after they've used their normal, or you could just do it straight after they normal summon. So you can chain in response to a special effect. You can wait for normal then summon it. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to do it, is to wait for normal. Unless you're playing something like Constellar and they get just an extra normal. Happens to be a lot. Brick, an opponent opens perfect hand. It is what it is. Yeah, exactly, Master. Exactly. Can't win them all. That's something that we learned a long, long, long time ago. Are we against the exact same guy? Is this the guy that just completely eradicated us? Well, we're going first this time at least. I kind of want to just summon out Summon Skull. I think we're going to. We're just going to drop him turn 1. I want to keep Paku Paku in hand, but that is so unbelievably greedy that we're not going to do it. We're just going to do this. The punish is exactly... I mean, there's a lot of punishes to this, to be honest. You can wait for no one to summon it. Like, imagine they activate a fusion effect, then chain. Yeah, if they have a telegraphed thing, right? Like, activate, like, a fusion or an effect that summons a guy. But I'm just sat here like, you know, if your opponent just wants to, like, XZ summon, you can't do it in response to the XZ summon, right? You'd have to do it in response to them summoning the material. Yeah, it does seem very annoying. I don't know if it's going to be super, super strong or not. That's a lot of big monsters. No Dragius though, so we can't actually get to our opponent's life points. Again, we do not want to just sit on Ancient Arise in hand, so we will summon this out, get out the Misaki, set. We will use Ancient Arise effect, and the reason being that if we do mill Dragius, we can potentially get it back if we find a reincarnation, and it also does protect our Summon Skull from the widespread. That's one. What was that other weird monster that I liked? Yeah, the card that I want to see if it does anything is Devouring Sarcophagus. It's like, it's really bad, but like, I want it to be good. Like, it's clearly, like, just way too slow. And it's like, it's really good in sealed, but really bad, like, everywhere else. I mean, yeah, we'll just use Barrier. In you go, Paku Paku. In my experience with Rush, it's better to keep nothing in hand, even sometimes you feel like you're sacrificing a follow-up. So, it generally depends. It's not always 100% better to empty your hand, but 99% of the time it is, yeah. Well, we'll use Hammer Crush here. I think we're going to bin Ancient Arise. I'm happy to see that gone, I guess. Do we just shotgun the Dragius? Yes, let's just shotgun the Dragius. I'll take the effect. We'll go to battle. We'll swing over this. Let's get a little bit greedy, because we can end the game if this dies. And the greed pays off. 5,000 direct. Alright. We could probably squeeze in one, maybe 2 more games before our special guest shows up. Yeah, I think the absolute worst thing when it comes to Rush is when you just have a hand that is... It clogs up with high levels, right? And there isn't always a good way to deal with that. Like, a lot of the times that right now that we have a way to, like, empty our hand is things like Thunder the Thunder, which is fine, right? But a lot of the time you're fixing your hand for next turn, and this turn you're just screwed. Set. No back row, which feels bad, because going first, obviously, we just want to have 2 back row. Would have been perfect. I usually get punished when I get greedy. I mean, yeah, that's the other thing, right? Every time you try and get a little bit greedy, you'll get punished. And every time you don't get greedy, you get punished for not getting greedy. Like, it's a vicious cycle. I guess we're just going to flip these all up. Behold, some damage. And then we'll pass. So has our opponent got 2 spell cards in hand or 2 high levels? That's the question. No immediate scoop. Tributes 1 for Growl. Tribute Growl for Growl? No, just straight in. Okay. Reincarnation, unfortunately, does absolutely nothing for us. I think our best play here is just to summon Thunder the Thunder, because this will let us empty our hand a bit more. And again, our hand is currently chock-a-block with useless things. We'll just go to battle. This is almost certainly not going to connect. Yeah, we didn't think that was gonna. Then we pass. Nothing activatable 3 barrier? I mean, possibly. Hammer Crush, he's waiting for me to get something. Sends the Red Eye. So we're against Red Eye's Rebels. Sets 2 more back row and a defense monster, and then gets to clear that. Now we just need to draw high level monster. Let's go. That's 2 high level monsters. We take that. So now we play around everything. That is the answer. So we'll tribute this. Summon this. We normal Performer. We activate Performer here because this protects Dragius from Widespread. Tribute both. Summon out the Dragius. Summon out the Gazelle. Activate the Dragius. Go to battle. We swing here first. We swing here. He needs what? Double Recital? Has he got double Recital? Right, barrier's fine. So he does live on 100. Let's see what he's got. Defense monster. Defense monster. Tributes 2. Summons out Yami Ruler. So he knows I can't out this right now. All we need is Prima. Prima to hand. That's not Prima. That's not Prima at all. We'll get another chance, though. Come on. We will just will Prima Katana to our hand right now. That's not Prima. There's no real reason to pop his back row outside of getting a card out of our hand, which is still good. We do still want cards out of our hand, so we will do that. Also, I guess, does protect our other back row, which is nice. We'll just put this to defense. There's no reason to do anything else. No, we'll just pass. We still have Prima in deck, right? Yeah, we still have Prima in deck. We could also draw Speedy Performer, but we'd need Speedy Performer plus another Tribute Monster to be able to make room to actually summon out Speedy Performer. Draw for turn. If we summon out this Dragius, it's a little bit sketch. Right, I'm going to change this to attack. I'm not going to bother doing anything other than just swinging. If he's got the widespread, that's fine, because we still get to clear both monsters. We're not milling, because we don't want to mill our important cards like Prima. Do we still have... No, we've already used our reincarnation, right? I think it got popped. Yeah, so we need to hard draw Prima. And because we're drawing an extra card, it means we'll be on 6 cards next turn anyway, which is also quite nice. Thank you for the follow, Gaunt Raindrop. Black Dragon Rising. Okay. Grabs the red eyes. Weakens the Summon Skull. It's a little bit annoying, but still kind of fine. Another back row. Have you seen the new box? What, the new Speed Duel box? We have very much seen that. It's looking pretty nice. I personally am extremely excited to play Machina, or Earth Machine, I guess. I don't know if I'd play just like pure Machina. Yami Ruler, more like Yami Snoozer. Got him! How's it going, Hylister? You're going to be ready to hop in after this game. If this game ever ends, that is. The Winged Dragon of Ra stuff is coming to Duel Links. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know if I care too much about the Winged Dragon of Ra stuff specifically. But the box itself looks pretty cool. There's like a really bunch of cool stuff. Yeah, I should be ready to go. I'll make a duel room. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and jump into the chat. And then you can obviously feel free to jump in whenever. And we'll swap over to some Rush music. Might turn down just a smidge. There we go. And I guess I probably shouldn't reveal that. So let's... Yes. Do this for now? Aha, or we're just going to post it there, in which case it doesn't matter. We'll grab this. Jump in. And we will have to change our deck. Hello.
Hey there, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear. I'm just trying to tweak volume settings so you sound decent for the stream. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Probably didn't get as much sleep as I should have, but it's totally fine. I'll just use the power of Dragius to carry me through all the games anyway.
That is generally going to be the plan. It will be interesting to see what decks you bring, because I don't know if you're going to be bringing like the super like meta-y stuff, or if you're going to bring the Hylister twist to all of your decks.
I did do some testing, but I think my lists are not going to be too many surprises. There may be a couple cards here and there that might not be standard.
Okay.
So do you want to explain to the chat what we're doing today?
Yes,
I don't know if you already did.
No, we have not said anything yet. We've kept this a little bit of a secret. And so what we are doing today, chat, is we are going to be doing a little something called Character Clash. So each of us have drafted 3 different characters that are currently available in Rush Duel Links, and we will each be building a deck using one of these characters using a character unique skill. And then we will be playing Conquest format, so we'll have to get a win with all 3 of our characters, and then whoever gets, a win with all 3 of their characters wins overall. Just something for a bit of fun. Do you want to introduce yourself, Hylister, to anyone here that doesn't know you?
No, I probably should have prepared something for that, but I have put no thought into this. So hello, I'm Hyla. I also make Rush videos. I stream occasionally, not as much as I probably should, and definitely not as consistently as Tomato does, but I've been playing Rush on and off since basically one of the first formats. Though now it's basically only Duel Links. I got exactly 50th place in the Go Rush Festival, so I gotta defend my Hugh Bree as a good duelist here. Pretty excited to hop in. Been playing card games basically since before I even knew how to read. Started with the Pokemon TCG, but mostly been playing Yu-Gi-Oh nowadays.
The old Pokemon TCG. I haven't played a ton of competitive Pokemon TCG, but I have dabbled. I was a big fan of the Game Boy Color game way back when. But I think that's, I'm basically an old man at this point, so I've played like the original formats of all of these games.
Yeah, that is when I started as well. Probably either Jungle or Fossil. So that's going to be the cards that you find in that Game Boy game.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you know there's actually a sequel that's Japan exclusive? That covers
I did actually play
sets?
it. I played,
really?
I played
How'd you like
a
it?
fan translation of it on a ROM, which was pretty cool. Yeah, it was cool. I really did enjoy it. I don't think it had quite the same charm as the first game, but it was still pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone should go and check out Hylister's YouTube. I'll just link that in chat real quick.
And let's see. I guess I wonder if there's like a right order to what characters I should bring. I have to like guess what character you're bringing, or do I just bring like the one I think is the best? That way I don't just play like the worst deck 3 times and lose immediately.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this. Probably more worried than I should be. I feel like I don't want to get 3-0'd. That's kind of my thought process going in. Like if I don't get 3-0'd, it's a good day. That's all I need. I think
It's also interesting thinking. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I know which deck I'm gonna bring first.
Yeah. One thing, since we know roughly what decks the opponent has, I do wonder if I should have done more specific text for like, here's 18 ways for me to clear Yami Ruler in my deck.
Yeah, so
I know you're playing Gakuto, and you almost definitely are going to be bringing Celerity, since the Black Dragon Rising skill is not legal.
Exactly. And I mean, my other option is what? Blue Falcon formation, or one of the skills literally nobody uses, I think.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe I could have done a little bit more specific counter gaming for those Sevens of Magicians and Yami Rulers. But I think I'm going to go with this and just see how it goes. Hopefully I also do not get 3-0'd. The more games we have, the longer your video can be.
That is always the goal, right? Just more content. Alright.
I mean, and yeah, the chatters are going to get to see more games. I want to show off all of my decks, so hopefully it goes to Game 5.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to this. Let's hope everyone in the chat gets something fun to watch. And I guess good luck.
You too.
Ooh, Yuga
Alright,
versus
so-
Luke, game 1.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like there was a good chance you start with Yuga, so I also chose Luke for the protagonist power here. Alright, and I'm up first. That's usually a good sign, I would say. But if you're on 7th Axel Road, you actually like going second, since that gives you access to the search faster.
But when I reveal that I'm
see.
actually on Volt Condor,
What if you reveal you're actually on Tempest Drive?
I'm not brave enough. I'm sorry. Spoilers. I'm not on Tempest Drive.
Right across, let's go. Wait, is that one? Yeah, that's Yuga exclusive.
Yeah. God, there are so
Set
many Yuga
and
exclusives, and they're
test.
all so bad.
Yeah, I talked to someone on I want to say like the DLM server. They are fixing up their deck channels, and they have one for all like the random Yuga skills, and another one for off meta. So I was like, oh, these are the same channel. I don't get it.
Well, that's not too surprising, really. Do I want to clear all your monsters? I kind of want to try, but they could have big defense. Now, knowing you, I would expect this to be Resonance. Resonance does play 1300 butts, which is right. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna play a bit aggressive. We're gonna summon out Dark Sork, Silver Fang, and Flavor Inspector. We're gonna go straight to battle. We're gonna see if we can clear. Okay, so far so good.
So I definitely was not expecting these Silver Fangs.
Yeah, the classic Yuga card, Silver Fang.
Is this actually Tempest Drive?
I mean, maybe. I don't wanna spoil things too
Because
early.
like we have Doriado, like if you really wanted an Earth monster, but if we have a Beast in here,
I got a Pyro as well.
well, that's the fire for.
Yeah, I could
But
be
like
on Fire
Fire
Golem.
Golem is fine too. Yeah. Huh. Right. Actually, if you have Flavor Inspector, you can't be on Tempest Drive. Okay. Is this just an aggro deck? This is probably just a Beast Engine. Something. Okay.
Maybe.
What do I have?
Well, you know I'm on a Yuga specific skill.
Alright.
That narrows it down a little bit.
I think we go like this.
Ooh, the whole hand
I
empty,
am the
no
greatest
high level.
Rush duelist of all time.
I'm a little bit jealous you got your whole hand empty, but at the same time, no high levels is kind of fine.
Right? Yeah, I mean, you're getting a full 3 monsters on board to work with. So unless you draw no high levels.
Well, spoiler alert, I'm going to go straight to battle.
Oh, I see.
Let's see what you've got. Now, did you put a high defense monster across from me? Ooh, okay.
Of course.
Well, naturally, we would continue to attack directly across. And there, we'll go for this since we guarantee it clears. I say guarantee, you do have back row. And we'll just pass on this.
No, that's fine. I do have high level. Okay, I finally found one. I mean, you probably have the widespread, but I guess that's fine if your entire hand is low levels. We can go like this.
Ooh, okay.
And actually, I can use the effect. That's another high level monster I found over there.
Fortunately, it's not in your hand for now. Ooh, okay.
But I do have those Phoenix Dragons. Actually, one's in the graveyard.
Why is Sports Dragon in
I
attack
think
mode?
this is solid. Let's go ahead and get blown up.
Well, you did call it. It is the widespread ruin.
I am fine with this, I think. We'll go ahead and pass.
Okay, let's draw for turn. So, we still have 2 monsters on board, which is quite nice. Now, you do have a lot of back row, but I think we still have to try and get aggressive, right, no matter what. So we will go ahead and tribute. Are we tributing? Yes, we are always tributing. To summon out the Sevens Road Witch. And then it's time to reveal Sevens Axel Road. You probably expected this. But it will use the effect. We will be throwing back probably you. Grabbing out the Seven's Red Magician. We'll then activate the effect of Seven's Red Witch. We will be pitching the Silver Wolf and summoning out SRM himself. Activate his effect, boost. Then I think we'll just go straight to battle. We will just swing, and because doing it this way and not having any more in the grave, I do play around widespread a little bit.
I think that's fine.
Okay. I will then attack with Sorcerer first to play around Recital, even though I don't think you'd be on Recital in this deck.
I think I will use the widespread here.
Okay. And then we will just pass. So, unfortunately, this isn't the strongest defensive board at 2115 and no back row, but it's okay.
Well, let's see. So, I'll go with Triad Drago here.
Okay.
Probably Winged Dragon. Get
Ooh.
ourselves a full field.
Twin Edge is always scary.
Well, in this case, not really, right? You do have the two 1500s, so there's nothing for it to really destroy.
Yeah, but I'm worried that you're going to boost your attack, then get a draw off of Triad Drago into tributing out something that beats over me. I suppose even at that point, you would only be able to crash.
I go
Ooh.
like this.
Okay.
Then I could Resonance here to get the draw.
Hmm.
And that seems worth it to me.
Now the question is, was the draw
And then
good? It's pretty good.
it was a low level, so we take those for sure.
Okay.
Luckily, you've drawn all monsters, so imagine if, you had a bunch of spell and trap cards for me to get free value off of.
Yeah, SAR doesn't gain a lot of value from a lot of the back row in this game, unfortunately. Ooh, that's a weird draw. Alright, we'll go Paku Pakuchu. Activate the effect.
Oh, is it live? Okay.
Put Silver Wolf back. Grab out the Silver Fang. Then I'm going to summon out a Silver Wolf. Activate the effect. We will go ahead and weaken one of these. Then I'll go ahead and tribute 2. Summon out the SRM. Set 2 defense monsters and activate SRM effects. And then we will attack into Dragonic Slayer. Because
I'm going to use a barrier here just to get back the Triad, I think.
okay. I was half expecting the Phoenix Dragon, but Triad is also really, really good.
Well, I drew neither of them, so that's a good start for you, probably. I will go Lesser Dragon.
Okay.
Dragorite, then Ancient Arise. Oh, I'm running out of cards.
My win condition
they
is
all
coming into
go?
effect.
So I'm gonna actually use Monster Reincarnation, pitch this Slayer to get Twin Edge Dragon back.
Ooh, okay.
Normal summon, activate the effect. Skill to boost. And I just gotta push in for as much damage as possible.
Okay, okay. So take the 9.
I don't believe either of those were tribute set, so I don't have to worry about a splat. I can just swing in and deal the 28.
No, you know, I might have snuck a tribute in there when you weren't looking.
Alright, down to 500, but I do have exactly 5 cards left. So, I don't know. I wouldn't say this is looking great for me.
If it wasn't for that pesky Twin Edge, I'd be feeling a lot better. The problem
Yeah,
is...
you could just set 3.
The problem is I know you've got another Phoenix Dragon in there, and you know the highest monster I can end on is going to be a 21. Means I think I've lost, but we'll do what we can. So we'll summon out Paku Pakuchu. Activate the effect. We will put Paku Paku back in. We'll grab out Silver. Yeah, no matter what, I have to do this a certain way. Which always leaves me dead to... Because worst case scenario, you can just Dragonic Slayer, Dragonic Resonance, boost it up to 28 attack over for 7. So... we have to go all out just this once. Even though I'm pretty sure I cannot kill you. We're just not even going to bother doing maths. We will activate our skill.
It is a lot of damage.
We'll activate Monster Reincarnation. We will pitch and take back SRM. Activate Seven's Road, which discard to summon the SRM. Now, how much is this going to be? I could do... I mean, we might as well just use this now, just to make the maths a little bit easier. Alright, so that's 39, so that's 29 there, plus I could get an extra 5 there, which is lethal. Just double checking my maths. 29 plus 5 is lethal. Okay, so... oh, we did have it. Oh,
It looks like you got me.
oh, only just. That was... I was so sure I was dead. Like, I did not want to do any maths there at all, but... well, with that, that means I have a win on Yuga, so I give him a little crown on the old stream. And that means that I am now no longer allowed to bring Yuga in any more of these games. And that does mean that you can swap your deck, or you can continue to use Luke, whatever you want.
I could, yeah. Let's see.
Oh. Disconnected from Duel Links. That's fine. Everything seems okay still. Right, that's all set, right? Yeah. Oh, alright. Be interesting to see what you bring. If we're going to show Luke again or something new.
I did consider swapping off, but I am going to go with Luke one more time. See if I can get with the post-banlist Dragonic Resonance.
I respect it. And we're bringing Mimi and Mimi, everyone's favorite Disco Diva. Ooh. Lost the coin toss. Let's see where this goes. Any back row?
Wait, you're still on the coin toss? I'm already done with my turn.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's see what we. Ooh, okay. All right. I think we always do this no matter what, right? So I'm going to set, and then I'm going to summon Mimi's Ace Monster, her most powerful and trusted companion throughout all of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's, Multi-Strike Dragon Dragius.
I thought that might be where you were going.
Alright, well, that's
yeah, so Mimi, you basically just get to play Cure Master, probably, which is already one of the better decks in the game.
Yeah, it's... I did want to make sure I brought something at least competitive, right? Because part of me was like, oh, I should play something like Noodles, and then I'm like, I can't bring Noodles because I basically just be playing Noodles in something else. But the only like pure Aqua deck is Disco Fever, and Disco Fever is the main reason I don't like Disco Fever is that you're restricted to only using D and Keto as a boss monster, and I'm just not a part of that, right? I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, I figured this is probably what you would bring, so I don't mind it at all.
Oh, you can mind it, that's fine.
I think Disco Fever is actually not, like, bad. From my experience with the deck, I mean, you get all the Aquas, so Thunder Thunder is just such a good card, or whatever it's called. I think it might be like Triple Threat Thunder. The funny option would have been to go with set Party 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 though.
Set Party Party Party. I love and hate that card. Like, I have such a mixed bag relationship with it.
I mean,
but for now,
it's a lot better when it's free.
If you couldn't deal with one Dragius, how will you deal with two? See, this is the weird thing, is that you're obviously playing the Luke deck, who is the dragon guy, and yet I'm pretty sure you don't have any Dragius in there. If you do, it's just going to be one. So it's funny that
is correct.
me as Mimi has two Dragius.
I can find some high levels. Oh, if you have the Ruin, I think this might be a pretty swift 3-0. Well, I guess 2-0. Okay. Does that do anything? Maybe. We'll go with Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Triad.
Hey, Alpaca. Welcome to the show.
Phoenix Dragon, use the effect, ditch pitcher, grab Gravity Press.
Okay.
Oh, that's not right, actually. This is a 1 tribute monster.
I was wondering where we were going. There we go. And then we draw into a 2 tribute monster.
Yeah. It's that easy.
Exactly. So no doubt that it's the sign of an expert rush player when you can will the cards to your top of your deck. Like the average player can't do that.
You see, the Slayer would have been even better though. I'm gonna debuff here and boost that way. Even if you have the widespread, Dragius is dead.
My poor Dragius. Do I widespread it? That's the question.
I think the answer would have always been yes, so that's definitely barrier.
No, yeah, you haven't got any information. Oh, this is a hand.
It could be anything.
Exactly. Right, we're going to do this because I'm a bit scared. I would really like to get more value off this, but I really don't want to just randomly die. So I put these two back in.
4200 is a lot.
Well, I've played against many Dragonic Resonants who have killed me from 4,800.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never.
Right, we'll set, and then we will summon out Mimi's other ace boss monster, the Summoned Skull.
Right, of course. Oh, wait, you have the King's Majesty engine in here.
Maybe.
That's interesting.
We'll clear a Rise here and then pass. We've got 100 damage in.
Okay, so I think I want to set these. Go for Slayer.
Oh no.
I'll use the skill. Pop the new one, because if that's widespread,
No, my Majesty.
there's like no way. That the first set is actually a widespread. Okay, how much damage is this?
It's 23.
I guess I'll get aggressive. I was considering whether to set the barrier or to summon the extra monster, basically. Still pretty sure that face down is barrier, so I'm swinging in with this first.
Well, we're taking
obviously
a lot of damage.
having a barrier face down would be great because it would mean my Slayer is safe from all of those 2500s that you have in your deck. But I don't know, 800 life points is really low. I guess you were right. You would have died.
I needed that
if you
1,000.
didn't use it.
Alright, well, we could use Seahorse. My beloved, who is unfortunately falling out of favor and nobody's playing it anymore.
Oh, really?
Just so many people are on the Beast engine now. Everyone's just forsaken the Seahorse carrier.
Oh, well, maybe I needed this barrier, huh?
Now, I summon one of these other
actually
cards in Mimi's
Dianquito
deck.
time?
You know.
There we go.
Now, we can run over this board. But we are still only on 800 life points, so death seems imminent. But, you know, 225s
I don't
and
know.
a mystery
Yeah.
card.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Could be literally anything.
Alright, so we're gonna start with Slugger.
That's terrifying.
Revive Pitcher.
Okay.
This is slightly awkward.
Slightly awkward means I might live a turn.
1, 2. Slayer. Triad. And I think we have to use the skill here.
Okay. So we're needing to draw something to close the game, then, I think that tells me. Oh, it's the barrier!
Is that good enough? I'm not good at math. So that's 500 plus 300.
500 plus 300 would do it.
But my final card was a reincarnation, so I needed just any card. It didn't matter what the Triad Drago gave me. So we managed to get there with the Luke.
There we go then. So that is 1 win apiece. Both of our protagonists. Because even though Luke is... I think Luke is an honorary protagonist for Rush.
I think Luke is the main protagonist of Rush.
Yeah, he kind of steals the show constantly, really, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
But with that win, you'll now have to bring one of your other two, being Roa or Roman. So we've got the cousins going at it.
Yeah, we actually didn't explain that at the start, what the character split was. But yeah, so I have Luke and the two Cassidys.
Oh god,
Whereas you are on...
I forgot they were called Cassidy in English.
Yeah, what is it, Kirishima?
Yeah, Kira. I'm just so used to that. It's like whenever someone says Gavin, I'm always like, no, that's my man Gakuto. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I think if you go in, like, my videos, you'll see me call it, like, a 50-50 split between Gavin and Gakuto. Because that's just what I think of, but then I'm like, oh, wait, no, I have to change it so people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think I do exactly the same thing.
I've won all 3 coin flips so far, so I have that part going for me.
Yeah, and only one of my decks wanted to go second, so... Things are looking a bit grim, but... You are now playing Psychics, presumably, which is considered a bit of a weaker deck, so...
That is true. Psychics were very difficult to make work. I will say that.
And That's not surprising.
Definitely, I think this might be the weakest of my 3 decks.
Well, let's see if your weakest of the 3 decks opened Widespread Ruin. We will use Dragius Effect. We'll go to battle. We'll just try and... Okay.
Oh, you got it.
Let's hit this one. Okay. Now watch this be a 1200 defense. No, it wasn't. Okay.
No,
So
the Gazelle
Beast
was.
Engine.
I was hoping Gazelle was going to block an attack.
Unfortunately, he did not. Thanks for the follow,
Well,
Yalabro.
this is fine. I'll fuck at you.
Thanks for the follow, Clearody. Ooh, okay.
I'll put back a Silver Wolf.
Okay, okay.
Grab Gazelle. Now it is time for, of course, Roman's ace monster, the multi-strike dragon Dragius.
Yeah, we go. The Dragius off. Unfortunately, you're going to have a Silver Wolf, aren't you? Ooh, that's not a Silver Wolf.
Fortunately not, yeah. So it is a little bit rough, especially since you have another level 7 already in your hand.
Ooh.
But I can do this and get in for some damage.
Double Dragius is horrifying.
I mean, one of them's basically just a summon skull that took me an extra tribute.
I mean, now it is, but now I've got to still
gonna
clear
go
it.
in.
Okay, let's see
That's
if we can
true.
find something.
As long as you don't draw a debuff, I'm happy. Because I'm pretty sure you have either another Dragius or a Cure Master already in hand.
Maybe. The question is, how do we... Alright, I'm going to Tribute 2. Summon out one of, this card. I think Mimi used this card at one point.
I don't know. That doesn't seem... I think she used like a cooking deck, if I remember. So that doesn't seem right.
Yeah. Speaking of, I can't wait until we actually get the... Actually, I can wait. I think the cooking Aqua cards were actually really bad.
They were, yeah.
How do we...
You don't want a 100 attack normal monster? I don't get it.
Right, we're going to gain some life. And then we're going to
Okay.
gain some more life. That's the plan. And then we're just going to pass, I think.
I think that's probably the right play. We're going to set some cards ourselves. And then we're gonna pass.
Okay, okay. I respect it. That is very interesting. Alright, we will fire off Dinkito.
Yeah, you're gaining back. That's 3,000 life. I feel like that really much could make a difference over the course of the game.
That is the hope.
And that also sets up your carrier, I see.
The issue I have is, if your back row is much of anything, I get super punished just for attacking. Right, we're going to set. We're going to go to battle, and we are just going to swing into a defense monster. If you've got a widespread, we've got to get it out of here. Yeah.
We do.
And we will.
And
pass
then
on
in return, you can widespread me. It'll be, all good. But what I am going to do, though, is drop an Ancient Arise Dragon so you can't kill my Dragius.
that. Okay. I'm trying to work out what skill you're on. We're basically
It hasn't
playing...
quite come up yet.
We're basically playing the dragon aggro deck, but what Roman specific skill is just like not restrictive whatsoever. I guess it's like the one that just searches Prima, I would guess.
What did I use? Hey, I almost forgot to use Dragius' effect. So we are gonna make sure we do that.
Alright, we are going to King's Majesty this.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunate. I guess if you have the widespread, I'll let you throw it down. Oh, I hope that's not a 14. Okay.
It is not a 14.
We
Unfortunately.
pass.
We are very much on the back foot here. We need something good.
I don't know. I feel like there's plenty of stuff you can draw.
Right, we're going to flip over our Ghost Cyclone.
Right.
Pop
For
with it.
sure. Well, it's a Ghost Cyclone.
Yeah, not
Wait,
the
you have a
best.
prismatic?
Yeah. I've also got a Prismatic Ghost Cyclone. Do you don't?
No, I do not. I haven't gotten any prismatics from the boxes. I just have like one. It's actually a Dion Keto, from the original like
Oh, the campaign.
random UR thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we playing this? Yes. We'll go to battle.
Mm-hmm.
There's like so many things that I get punished for here. I think I have to try and clear this. We have to try.
I appreciate you. Wait, is my internet going out? Okay, that is one way to lose a game.
Yeah, I couldn't. Well, you've won, right? Everything looks fine on my end.
Okay. I am back. But for a second, I saw the pop-up come up. I heard the disconnect sound on here and everything. I was like, oh no. I mean, it seems like widespread is still a pretty big issue here. He did throw down a new card.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do that, that's 38. I mean, it's not lethal either way. Well, I mean, I could go for, like, the actual 4,900. I think this is fine as is. We just go to the battle phase. And
There's
then,
one.
yeah, I mean, if it's 1,400, it's 1,400.
It's 1400!
It is. Yeah. I thought about it. I'm like, I should have swapped in the. You're more likely to put the 1,400 behind the 14, like next to the 1,400. So you get away with it this time.
But never again.
Well, now you'll switch it up.
How do we do this? Because I still don't even know what your other back row is. I don't play anything in attack mode is scary. Everything is terrifying. I want to do a lot, and I don't have much. So we always set this, right? No matter what. We always set that. Do we just play super sheepish? That's the question.
I mean, you are running Babysitter Go, so.
You're not wrong. Alright, we have to do this, right? Summon Thunder the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Then... Alright, I think we have to play this, like, a very specific way.
Oh. That's a lot of buffing and debuffing over there.
Yeah, but it means leaving really weak monsters on the field. So we're just going to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Then... I probably... I'm going to actually activate Dinkito here. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Go to battle, and we will swing into Kanan.
I will allow it.
We'll pass on that.
Let's see.
I think I've been very fortunate to live this long, to be honest.
The thing is, you're only at 9 cards left, and you set a new back row, so I really don't want to just die to a widespread.
That would be one way to go down.
I mean, is my field good enough to survive anyway?
I mean, your life points probably are, but...
I guess we should get it out of the way.
Ooh, drag us to the grave. Right, we have finally drawn the widespread.
Mm-hmm.
Means at the very least... Yeah, at the very least we can get a crash going. Oh, that's a card.
I wasn't sure if that meant, like, that's very good or very like, odd.
It's definitely
What
something.
could you have drawn?
1, 2, 3. So that'd be that plus 1. Use that, get that. That's not going to be enough. We could do... Bam, bam, bam. That. Also not going to be anywhere near enough. Oh, your life points are too high.
The 2,500 stare downs. Oh, you probably have another Thunder. I think that might be what you're going on about. Oh no, you've already seen 2 of them. Are you really running 3 if you're also on Speedy Performer?
It's very... I have a very tricky situation in front of me. I'll tell you that much. I can't do everything I want to do. I don't have enough cards. So if I summon Tribute Wave for that... I cannot do everything, so there's no reason to do that. I'm gonna deck out at this rate anyway, so... I will summon... the moon.
Okay.
Then... if I summon this, Tribute Wave for that, do that for that, that still doesn't get me anywhere, so I might as well... Well, I take Monster Reincarnation.
Oh, that is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I don't have great options at all, unfortunately, so we'll take this.
And Prima going to the graveyard is also pretty interesting. That's a way to obviously get over my... I thought Speedy Performer was coming out. That is what I was expecting.
I don't even know why
when
I
you said
decided.
La Moon, I was like, wow, I really thought it was going to be Speedy Performer. But okay, here's Dragius.
Unfortunately, I'm still just
Wait,
dead here.
you don't have, like, any cards.
Yeah, I was in a situation where nothing I did won me the game. And stalling out also doesn't win me the game. So I was like, I'll do what I can.
And I will reveal I was indeed on Shining Superstar Draw.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, unfortunately, the
but-
last 2 cards in my deck are both Seahorse characters.
I was wondering where those things were.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Because if I had Seahorse in Graveyard when I used the Monster Reincarnation, I could have done a lot more, right? I could have summoned out more bodies, got some like direct damage in, but unfortunately with both Seahorse carriers in the Graveyard, there's nothing I could do there. But that is a win for Roman. Where is...
So just one more to go.
Yeah, that means, yeah, one more win, and you take the series. Let's see if I can hopefully put a stop to that.
Are you going to change deck? Because if I win against Mimi, then we don't get to see any Gavin gameplay.
Well,
But it's
you
entirely up to you.
just won't beat Mimi, right? It's fine, right? You just...
I
There's no way Mimi
that's
loses
pretty
3
fair.
games.
I mean, I've seen 7s, and I think it's actually pretty. I'm pretty sure Mimi does indeed lose at least 3 games.
Alright, now it'll be interesting to see what you bring with Roa, though. And the music on my stream has just gotten very ominous, which is not a good sign for me.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, obviously, I have paused the stream. At first I was gonna like be checking in with the chat to see what they were saying, but I'm like, I don't want to be like tabbing into your stream on and off, so I've just been kind of chilling out.
Unfortunately, I've lost every single coin flip.
This is a true statement.
Uh.
I think I can end my turn there.
Okay. Well, behold the power of...
I was expecting just the immediate like Ghost Cyclone, but you're running Battle Slash, so you don't need. Oh, you see,
Got the whole hand empty at least.
So I was so close to running one-sided reverse draw as Roa's skill. Then let me here search out a position changer. But I thought it would be a little against the spirit of the challenge if I brought 2 decks that were just aggro piles with a wacky draw skill. So I didn't. You're welcome.
But plus, Roa is quite good, right? He has... I mean, I guess the Red Eyes is like the primary way to play him, but the... God, what is this skill even called? The one which increases levels is still... It's been topping a lot of tournaments, so it's at least a viable deck. Ooh, okay.
I was actually kind of hoping to see a Yami Ruler come down, because I have 2 Growls in my hand, which would have been nice to just debuff it. But you can't Barrier or Battle Slash me, so you must have the Widespread Ruin.
Yeah, maybe.
But like, is it even worth it here? I don't think I